Okay, let's not mess around. If you've clicked on this video, you're probably in the same boat I was before playing the game, and that is Killing Floor 3 better than it was day one? Now listen, I did not play this game day one. I refused to buy it day one because I played the original closed beta and the game was in such a state that, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't see a light at the end of the tunnel. I believed it was dead on arrival. I believed there was no saving it. There was numerous issues with it, from the class system to weapons looking, feeling, sounding like dog shit. The graphics, the performance being abysmal, animation quality being ass, gore, feedback, it was just terrible in that bit. It was so bad. I just refused to buy it. And the game isn't even a full-priced game. This is my kind of game. I would have bought it if the beta was good. I loved my time with Killing Floor 2. So that's what I wanted. I wanted more Killing Floor 2. And not only does the game play differently, it feels different, and it just wasn't as quality as that game. But going into it now, I gotta be honest, I can see a light at the end of the tunnel. The improvements that Tripwire have made here are very impressive. I didn't see this game turning around the way it has. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you Killing Floor 3 is as good as 2. It's just not true. It's not there yet. But the bones are now. I would say this game is closer to getting to that kind of standard. Now, I'm not going to talk about the whole, like, does it have enough content to stand up to Killing Floor 2? Because Killing Floor 2 is an old game. It has had a ton of time on the market. It's had a ton of content added. And of course, this game that hasn't been on the market as long doesn't have the levels, it doesn't have the stages to play, the gun variety, the class system. It just doesn't have that. But what is here is a good starting point now. I'd say if Killing Floor 3 released like this originally, I would have bought it day one. I wouldn't have made any complaints. I'd have been like, right, there's issues, but we can fix this. Now, so what do I mean by what we can fix? First of all, I feel like we need to get this out of the way straight away, is blood levels. The blood levels in Killing Floor 2 were incredibly over the top. There was blood everywhere. I mean, you shot one Zed and just blood splattered the walls, the floor. There was gore everywhere. Felt like the variety in the enemies attacking you was awesome. The weapons you used. I love the animations when your guns were fully loaded and you used to hit the reload button and you just do like a different animation. That stuff's cool. And it is here. Don't get me wrong, it is here. The visual style to the game, performance-wise, is a lot better than it was in the beta, of course, where it very rarely was dipping below 60 FPS what I played. Keep in mind I'm playing on an Xbox here. I will say, though, the game isn't a good-looking game, and I feel like the resolution is so low. It's kind of hard to see enemies off into the distance. Like, I'm shooting things in this footage here, and you can't even see what I'm shooting. I can't even see what I'm shooting. I can see something moving. I know something's there, so I can shoot it. Now, that could be art style. It could be a lot of things causing that, but I genuinely just believe that the resolution is so low because they really couldn't manage the frame rate. They have managed the frame rate, of course, and when you're up close and personal with the zombies, it works. It really works. But like I said, the visuals are just kind of like, they're okay. They're definitely not cutting edge in any way, shape, or form. I would have preferred if they just kept the visual style of Killing Floor 2. Talking about style, this game, another thing that kind of put me off originally, it doesn't really bother me now. I feel like having different style to these kind of games isn't a bad thing. It gives it its own flair. Because if I wanted to play Killing Floor 2, I could just fire Killing Floor 2 up, right? But with Killing Floor 3, it looks like Doom 2016. It really does. And when that beta came out, it felt like Doom 2016. Now, it doesn't feel like Doom 2016 anymore. The guns are weighty, there's reload animations and whatnot. It doesn't feel like I'm just kind of like zooming around. It doesn't feel like a, what they call them, boomer shooters these days. It doesn't feel like that. It feels like Killing Floor. It just looks like Doom. The enemy designs, it's Doom. It really is trying to be Doom, and it doesn't look like Killing Floor. And I feel like I definitely prefer the way Killing Floor 2 looks, but I'm okay with this. This doesn't bother me. I like Doom, so it really doesn't. I don't take issue with it. But if I was going to have a preference, it's 2 over 3. But again, that's just personal taste. You could look at this and go, this looks way better than 2. And that's fair. Gun variety is always on point here. There's plenty to choose from all the different classes. Leveling up. The collectibles have been removed. There's no collectibles now. However, in every time you go into a stage, you're going to want to be doing that. Stages like shooting the cameras and breaking electronics, because you get parts now, which you then take back to the base, which you then customize your weapons, your loadouts, like adding laser sights, scopes, different kinds of rounds to the weapons. The fact that there's a load of different customization to the weapons, there's a load of different weapons to use. The classes are all there that all feel sort of unique. They're not massively unique. I absolutely love some of the guns on this when you shoot them as well. You're seeing in this footage here. Shotgun and magnums send the enemies flying. It feels really powerful. That is a really good feature. I appreciate that. Slow motion's all here. When you get a good headshot, you get a good headshot and it feels good. I feel like the guns could have a bit more punch to them. Like the sound isn't as crunchy as I'd like it to be. But it's not bad. It's definitely not terrible. That's the thing with Killing Floor 3, right? I can recommend you jump in now. I really can. But if you're not into this style of game, is this going to convince you to get into this style of game? Probably not. Like, if you're tired of playing Call of Duty Zombies, if you've had your fill of Killing Floor 2, you're done with World War Z, you just want to jump into a different one. You want a different zombie horde shooter. Killing Floor 3 is the game for you. It's fun. It's fast-paced. There's plenty of difficulty here. I've only managed to beat a couple of levels on hard so far. I haven't tried Hell on Earth. And as you can tell by that name, that's very Doom, right? Hell on Earth. I can't remember what the difficulties were called in Killing Floor 2. It's been a while since I fired that up. But from what I remember, it wasn't called Hell on Earth. Maybe it was. But yeah, there's normal, hard, Hell on Earth. I haven't tried Hell on Earth yet. But normal was a nice challenge that was perfectly balanced, if you ask me. If you want to jump into this game and have some fun, I recommend hard mode. It's perfect. It wasn't too hard. It was just right. The different specials you get with the classes, I haven't messed completely with all of them yet. I messed with the Engineer, the Commando. I actually don't remember what the Commando special ability was. That was the first class I used. I can't remember what his special is. I really don't remember what he used to do. But yeah, the Engineer's got this like sound system and he blows all the enemies away. Hellbug, Hellfire, whatever the hell this fire class is called, the flamethrower one. That's my personal favorite. That does like a slam on the floor and it just lights everything up. I love setting the enemies on fire. I like that continuous damage happening. But there's plenty to choose from. You've got sharpshooters, commando. You'll figure out exactly what fits your playstyle. Bosses at the end of the stage, so you're not playing it for hours on end like Call of Duty Zombies. There's always an end in sight. Yeah, man, this is a kind of game where it's like you don't play it for 20 hours in a row. You play it like an hour a night and you have a good time, and it's like kind of just a chill, jump online, do a quick round on Killing Floor 3. Shut your brain off, have a good time. There's Bones here. The future of Killing Floor is promising now. I can recommend this. Yeah. Anyway, shout out to Tripwire for sending me a code. I appreciate it. Like I said, I will never shill a game. If I don't like a game, I'll tell you outright I don't like a game. I do like Killing Floor 3. It still needs some work, but it'll get there. But yeah, if you're new here, subscribe. I like my horror games with a slice of action, and that's what you're gonna get here. But yeah, anyway, if you're new, subscribe. Let me know down below if you played Killing Floor 3, be interested in playing it, blah blah blah. But yeah, that's all I got, people. I'll catch you later.